Alrighty. Whew. Trying to get myself situated. Space heater is here, pumping out its heat. My feet are freezing because it is cold. And I literally got home from work like 15 minutes ago because I missed my bus. And I'm really upset about that. So I have to wait 30 minutes for one bus so I can transfer to another bus. Which at least that one came on time, so thankfully. But yeah, I'm just glad that I'm home now, but my feet are cold. But anyways, hello everyone. Salutations. I hope this is a happy Wednesday for you, or at least a decent, good Wednesday. Also, outside is looking really weird. I don't know what's going on. It's at least it's sunny, so that I'm thankful for that. It's just really cold. And it's only really cold today. Tomorrow it's gonna start feeling like spring, which is weird. Neither here nor there. Anyways, how are y'all doing today? How's y'all's Wednesday? And how was Blackathon for y'all? I mean, this is practically the funnest one. I did switch the dates around to being today instead of tomorrow because I'm just going to be busy tomorrow. So I'm just like, you know what? I didn't feel in the mood to sprint tomorrow. So we're just going to do it today. And the sprints are going to be short because I have something to do later on this evening. So yeah, but we're still going to do some reading, have a few sprints in because why not? Let's see here. Hello, Leslie. Welcome. Happy Wednesday indeed. Hey, Nan, about to walk Pearl, but hopefully be able to pop back in after. Okay, cool. Sounds good to me. Yes, walk Pearl. I have no idea if it's cold where you live, Nan, but like, at least for today, at least. I'm not sure about other days, but for some reason, like yesterday was really, really windy. Like it was fine for like in the morning, but then starting in the afternoon and evening, it started getting really cloudy, dark, and then really, really windy. I don't know what's up with that, but so yeah, so now the temperature right now is in the teens, which is typical actually for Minnesota weather, at least around this time of year, but it's not typical, I guess, for this winter. So it's starting to feel just like freezing, even though I'm like, this is actually how it's supposed to feel. But neither here nor there, we're dealing with terrible, terrible climate crisis. So it's very clear that this winter has not been much of a winter. Yeah, I can't stand when my feet are cold. Bundle those bad boys up. Yeah. I didn't really think of like wearing some thicker socks, mostly because of the fact of the kind of shoes I wear. I'm like having some of these certain thick socks, and I think the socks that I had, I think they're in the wash, or they might have gone in between someone else's laundry. So I don't know where my thick socks are. We'll have to worry about that at another time. But yeah, but it's only for today though, thankfully. So I don't have to worry about it too much, at least for like the rest of the week. And then it starts being weird again next week. So I don't know what's going on with our weather. But anyways, we shall be starting our sprints momentarily. I am still trying to I think I have an idea actually on what I'm going to be reading. Because I finally started reading my book for the Read a Book by Sudanese Author prompt. So I finally started reading Ghost Season. Which, like, about time. Okay, hold up. I literally just got a hold from my library, so let me just say that I'm borrowing. Oh, crap. I'm borrowing it for 14 days. Okay, I guess, that will be a future. That'll have to be a March thing then. Which, actually, I'm looking forward to the new month. Like, as much as I've really been excited for February, I've been really, really excited for February. I am also just looking forward to March because since it is starting to feel experience, I am waiting for it to actually be officially spring. And also, it's my birthday month, so I'm also looking forward to my birthday as well. But, I am definitely looking forward to the warmer weather. Daylight savings is coming up, so I'm also looking forward to longer days with just more sunlight. So, yeah, I have a lot to really look forward to in the next month. So, yeah. But, yeah, I am going to continue my read of Ghost Season by Fated Abbas. This is a 2023 debut. It's just contemporary book, and I am listening to the audiobook. I have a little bit less than 6 hours left. And as you can tell, I'm like about 38% of the way through. And yeah. And if you don't know, this is a multi-POV story that pretty much just starts off where like 5 people see a body of a corpse. And right now, just seeing like their reaction to it. And then pretty much just following the dominoes as what happens next. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be reading that because since it is short, I am hoping to just read it through today. Especially since I am listening to it kind of fast, so I should be able to finish it today. And then I also did start another book on my Kindle, and I also am hoping to finish that. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to finish it tomorrow. It depends on how much reading of Ghost Season I'll read today. But once I finish Ghost Season, I have some time. Then I'll continue my read of my other book, and then hopefully I finish that book as well. And then yeah, that'll be it for Blackathon. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much my plan. Still sucking through the Reformatory. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm also still reading the Reformatory. At this point, honestly, I'm gonna push the Reformatory to just being a March read because I am not ready right now to be reading the Reformatory. I was in downtown LA last night at a cafe because I had the bright idea to focus somewhere else. It turned into a debacle. Uh-oh. There was a customer that was ready to throw down. What in the world? Why do people gotta be trifling? It is late. Look, if I was an employee, I mean, if honestly, sometimes I do this at my job, but like as an employee that deals with people, I need certain people to understand that we do not get paid enough to be dealing with your BS. Why are you trying to throw down on people that are trying to do a job that they don't get paid enough to do? Like, they don't get paid enough to be dealing with you like this, okay? Like, why? Why do people think I don't know what led up to such situation, but like, that's, oh gosh, that is truly wild. And sometimes it be wilding in my job too, but like, damn, that is actually truly wild. And it's also messed up too that you just wanted to focus somewhere else. I mean, why not being in a cafe in downtown LA? What's wrong with that? But no, someone just had to make it a little bit more difficult. Oh my gosh, man. Like, we're all just trying to chill. It's late at night. I just want to focus on. I just want to have my coffee or people watch. Okay, have my coffee, people watch, read, watch YouTube, whatever, what have you. You know, who needs to be doing all that drama? Oh my gosh. After that too, life was more wild than the book, so I just put it aside. Oh yeah, yeah. I will have to put it down too because I'm like, nah, it's too much out here. Okay, it truly is too much out here. But anyways, for our very first sprint, I think we shall read until the hour because who's trying to do math? Actually, should we read to the hour? Yeah, we actually should read to the hour. Yeah, just yeah, basically read to the hour. Let me put a nice emoji. You want? I'm gonna put a nice coffee cup emoji here for our comment because why not? Yeah, I like this, the coffee cup, just in honor of the cafe because we're here for good vibes. Like sprinting, yes indeed. And for these sprints, I'm actually deciding to go with a new Autumn Cozy because Autumn Cozy just had a new video up. So yeah, we have the spring window ambiance. Okay, YouTube, stop asking me questions. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Cool. Hello, everyone. That was the end of our first sprint. Please let me know in the chat how far y'all have gone, what y'all are reading, all the things. If you just came in, I am reading Ghost Season. I am reading it for the read a book by a Sudanese author prompt. So this is written by a Sudanese American author. It is actually came out last year and it's a debut novel. And I finally made it a little bit over halfway through the book. And yeah, this is it's not like as intense as it's actually more intense than I thought it was, but not so emotionally overwhelming, thankfully for me at least. But it's also pretty good also. Like it's a contemporary novel, which generally I don't really read contemporary novels, just on the sense of like I don't tend to be interested in them, and they tend to be low in plot or a plot that I don't find as intriguing. And this is actually pretty much low in plot, but we are following multiple characters, and I do find these particular characters quite interesting. And the story takes place in Sudan, specifically in Khartoum, in Khartoum, Sudan, where the author was born. And it's just very interesting to see Sudan in a place of basically unrest right now. We're just following multiple characters in their lives, and the book kind of starts off with them finding a corpse, and we're pretty much just seeing the aftermath of that, and like the just sequence of events after that, and how that affects them personally and also them growing, but also just to see and how, especially now around this halfway mark, the political unrest in Sudan is gone to the point where the checkpoints are become more violent and more harassing and assaulting, and now I think now some of these characters are dealing with refugees, and it's just really interesting to read, honestly. I am glad that I am at least enjoying it, because I was pretty worried that I might not be enjoying it because of the fact that it's contemporary fiction. But so far though, it's pretty good. I definitely at least recommend giving it a shot. Yeah, but it's also like multiple people. So also there's more than one narrator. There's only two narrators though, which kind of confuses me, honestly. Like I'm not really sure on how like for the narrators how they decide who says what. For a while I thought I had an idea, but then it started to get a little bit confusing for me. So yeah, but that's pretty much my current thoughts on Ghost Season, and I do hope and actually kind of plan to finish reading it today. I do want to finish reading it today, so we shall see how that goes. But let me just catch up on comments. Hello, Oompa Loompa. Oh, you're in school right now. We'll come back to this later. Okay. I hope you have a good day at school. Sorry, my ear is just oof. Sounds on my ear. I don't know what's going on. Joined 10 minutes to the end, and I spent working on a craft I'm planning to sell. Nice. All right, welcome then, Lula. Welcome, Lula Reads. Yeah, that book sounds amazing. Yeah. Like if you're definitely someone who's like into like contemporary fiction or just lit fic or whatever, or like contemporary, just general fiction basically, then this is a book I definitely recommend to those readers. And granted, while I'm not, a contemporary general fiction kind of reader, I do dip my toes into that genre. Because every once in a while, there's something in that space that makes me go, you know what? This does sound interesting. Hello, Nat. Welcome back from your walk. I'm glad you had a really good walk. At least I hope the walk was good. Was it eventful? Or was it just a solid walk? An aquarium mind would like to know if you do not mind. And also, how do y'all feel about the ambiance? I personally like the ambiance. I mean, granted, I was listening to an audiobook, so like I couldn't really hear it. But I like just having it in the background. I think it just makes sense because I just am trying to manifest that kind of weather right now. I truly am not loving this cold weather. And the fact that I have to literally go back outside again, I don't want to leave the house, but I gotta leave the house. I wish I could just stay inside and not be outside having to do with the cold, but here we are. Oh well, just gotta work with it. Okay, so what is up with my ear? I don't know what's going on my ear right now. Well, this cartilage part of my ear is really irritating me, so I do not know what's up with that. I'm just gonna massage it a little bit. I'll massage it while I answer some questions. Do you read physical or ebooks? Nowadays, it's both, honestly. At first, I was more of a physical audiobook kind of person, but then I got a Kindle. I did not buy myself a Kindle for Christmas, and now I'm just really here in my e-reading. Like, I'm now really more of an e-reader. And I mean, I originally got a Kindle because I always would want to request arcs via NetGalley, but I only have my phone to read the arcs, or I borrow one of my siblings' iPad, which I'm like, I don't like really borrowing from them, especially since they just use it a lot anyway. So like, there's very little time for me to actually borrow their iPad. So now I got a Kindle. So now I read e-arcs, all my e-arcs I read on that Kindle. And now I'm even borrowing ebooks from my library as well, which also really helps me since I like the feel of the Kindle. And it also helps me to be like, you know what, if it's taking so long to get the physical copy of a certain book, then I can just also place a hold on the ebook and I'll just wait on whichever one comes first, you know? So yeah, I read both physically and e-reading as well. Now it does not matter to me. I listen to audiobooks. I do all three methods. I do all three formats. It don't. I nothing. It will not stop me to read a book, no matter on the format. It was a ride. It was drizzly on and off, and I have sensory issues about rain. But at least there wasn't as many dogs out. Okay. Let's talk though about the drizzling though. I can imagine that being quite annoying, honestly. Like sensory wise, with just little droplets of rain, it is really annoying. Which is why I like rain. I mean, I like rain. Personally, I like rain, but like I don't like being in the rain. I don't like heavy rainfall. I don't even like light rainfall in the drizzling. It's so annoying. But yeah, I am glad there weren't as many dogs out, so at least the walk with Pearl is chill. Also, it's pretty warm here. A little nice preview of spring. Gets cold again tomorrow, though. Huh. Interesting. It's literally cold today, but it's going to get warm tomorrow. It's so hilarious. And also very irritating nonetheless. But yeah, that's just weather. Didn't mean one or the other. I meant, do you read audio or also eyes to words? Oh, yeah, I do. I do audio, physical, digital reading, whichever one. It don't even matter to me no more. I do all the things now. Literally nothing can stop me. Basically, it's like, oh, nothing can stop me then from reading a book. It's just a matter of which comes first, the audiobook, the physical, or the ebook. Or do all three of them come at once? This also makes me realize that, you know what, now that I can do ebook, like, I have to be careful. Like, because sometimes when I place a hold on a book, depending on what I'm in the mood for, I place on the audiobook specifically or a physical. But then there are times where I do physical and audio because I'm just like, well, I want to read the book and I don't care which format. But now I have a Kindle. I was like, well, now I can put physical, audio, or ebook. So it's like, which one do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, which one should I choose? So now that's the new conundrum. Then I was like, okay, interesting, very interesting. I guess it depends now. It's more the fact of, do I want to hear words or do I want to see words with my eyeballs? Like, do I want words with my eyeballs or through my ears at this point? There's only one kind I haven't tried, Braille. Have you tried Braille? Honestly, no. I have not tried Braille. Most of the fact that I don't know how to read it, and I don't see a point in doing so. Honestly. I mean, I could start to learn Braille, but also, like, I don't want to bother with it. Because, like, if for someone who just needs who genuinely, like, needs a copy of a book in Braille, I don't want to, like, request it. But then again, I don't even know if my library system even has books in Braille. Then I think about it, actually. What? Does my library have any books in Braille? Now that's a good question. Okay, now you know what? I'm going to look this up another time because I don't know. Or should I look it up now? Again, it's on my laptop, so why not? I'm also just looking at it now. I just need to sign in because inquiring minds would like to know now. Let me think of a book. What's a book that'll have multiple copies? You know what? Let me just look at like Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. I know that book has like all kinds of things, right? So yeah, there's the audiobook, as CD audiobook, downloadable audiobook, physical book, large print ebook. I don't see I don't see an option for Braille. Oh, what the? That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Yeah, I don't really see an option, at least for something like Ninth House that came out a few years ago. I don't see even an option for Braille. I don't know if my library even has that. I buy physical secondhand and I get ebooks either from the library or Kindle. Audio I get from the library unless I have an Audible credit. Okay. For me, when it comes to buying physical books, it really is more of a mood thing. Like, I'm in the mood, but then again, I'm also trying to like move away from that and to be more like, look, just go by whatever's just least expensive. Like, if a certain book, especially if it's a backlisted book that actually has a paperback out, like if it's a book that came out like in 2022 and back instead of 2023, because there are 2023 releases that have non-con paperbacks, but then again, there's also books that are published prior to that and beyond that are still in one format and never got the other format. So, honestly, it depends. But generally speaking, let's just say for basic rule of thumb that, the new releases come out in a hardcover. I'm just going to go buy like the paperback. I know it's like for some books, especially if it's part of a series, I get the hardcover first and then I get a sequel as like a paperback or vice versa. So for me, when it comes to buying books physically, it depends more on it depends if I'm in the mood to what the huh? Oh, hold up. I'm gonna look at that. My mom just texted me. I'm gonna look at that later. Thinking. What was I just thinking? Oh yeah, buying physical books. I don't usually buy my books secondhand. The only time I've ever bought books secondhand is through Pango, but they don't always have, all the kind of books you want or something, especially for the reasonable prices. I'm trying to find the right prices, y'all. I'm trying to pay too much now for certain books. Because I'm just looking at certain books. I'm like, you know what? I know this come out like a couple of years ago, but I feel like it should have been a little bit cheaper. Or sometimes they don't even have the copy, or sometimes they don't even have that book on Pango because it's sold out. So there's that. That's definitely a thing, unfortunately. Especially for lesser known books that a lot of people are not usually interested in. Yeah. I do want to get definitely way more books secondhand, but it really depends. And also it deals with shipping, and I don't like dealing with shipping. So I go with physical. But then again, also if I go into a physical store, I am trying to steer away more. Well, keyword on trying, but depends on where I am on buying less books from Barnes and Noble and just really going more like my independent bookstore. So yeah, and then I do know of like several independent bookstores near me. So thankfully, I do have the privilege at least to go to an independent bookstore. I know not everyone can, go to a local independent bookstore to support, but if I can, that's where I try to go to. That's my new thing that I'm trying to do this year. And as far as like ebooks, same thing as well, library or Kindle, since I have a Kindle, but I do try to go with more library. I try. And an audio library, but also as far as like actually purchasing audiobooks though, I go Libro FM. That way I also can support my independent bookstores from something digitally. If you're someone who really is into audiobooks, but you also want to support your local independent bookstore, but you're not close by, so you can't get it physically, but you want to do something digitally, Libro FM is your way. Okay, just make sure you link your Libro FM account to like a certain independent bookstore. I have one specifically that's in St. Paul. I link that to them. So anytime I buy an audiobook from there, a percentage of the proceeds goes to them. So at least that's my rule of thumb. I go to a secondhand bookstore where I can trade my physical for store credit. That's the only reason I buy physical. That's also pretty fair as well. I also have been unhauling books at a certain used bookstore, but I don't really go for the store credit, mostly because of the selection of books that they have. It's not usually the books I really are interested in, unfortunately. Unless it's half price, that's different. But like going to a high price, it's a little bit more of a distance than this other used bookstore. So, But regardless, though, that totally makes sense. Oh, yeah, except for manga, though. Yeah, manga is definitely a hard thing. It's really, really hard to find manga used. Especially manga that's not like just certain volumes. Like I recently did unhaul a manga series. Now my Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist is still right there. It's staying there forever, as far as long as I live, anyways. And I did unhaul another manga series, and I did just unhaul the entire series because it's so rare to have people unhaul or give a used bookstore their entire manga collection. If anything, people just probably do just certain volumes or something, or you just don't have manga at all. But yeah, I see that. I actually like manga physical. Yeah, that definitely makes sense though. I also like manga physically too. Like I don't see myself doing it digitally. I can't really imagine that for myself. Yes, I'm trying to use my local library and secondhand bookstore more moving forward. Yeah. That's the idea. Library, used bookstores, independent bookstores, more so than like Amazon and like Barnes Noble. I mean, I don't really buy my books from Amazon. Those mostly the ebooks because of my Kindle. But I am trying to see if I can veer away from Barnes Noble because I've been looking around several locations of Barnes Nobles, and they have their selections, but sometimes I'm just like, I'd rather just go to an independent bookstore. I just would rather. So yeah. My plan was to buy a fourth thing until popularity goes down enough for the price to drop to $12, but then my haul came in the library after a 2-month wait, so I guess I won't buy it. Yep. That's just the way to go. Even with very, very popular books. Just honestly, just if you really can wait, please just wait for the library. Your haul will eventually will come in. I'm very certain of it. Oh, I actually do buy manga secondhand. I get them on Mercari. Oh. I think I've heard of Mercari actually. I never really used Mercari. I see it. Mercari Marketplace. Okay, well now I need to check out Mercari. They also now have things that are outside of just books. They have other things. Okay, well now I want to check out Mercari. Now I'm intrigued. Anyways, we've been talking for a good bit. We shall probably start another sprint. And I kind of want this sprint to be a little bit longer because I got dishes to do. I have some dishes to do. So I think we're gonna sprint until we're gonna sprint oopsie to the 15. So this is gonna be a nearly an hour long sprint. Because I got things to do. Also, I want to get much further into my audiobook since I am listening at a pretty fast speed. So yeah, let's just read into the 15 and we'll have a tulip as our little emoji. I'll also get all my fan march from Mercari, like character back clips. Ah, okay. Thank you for the cheat codes. Alrighty. But anyways, I shall see you all at quarter after. Salutations, everyone. That was the end of our sprint. Please let me know in the chat how far you've gone in your reads or if you did something productive. Just let me know what y'all did at that sprint. Just, yeah. So, where am I now? Okay. I'm at 70% of the book. I have less than 3 hours left. And this is the part in the story where things definitely are. I mean, shit was already hitting the fan in this story, but it just seemed at a distance. Now the trouble and the problems and the violence is coming to more closer to our main characters than they thought. And yeah, so now everything now is pretty much at the forefront. So yeah, it's as one can imagine, it's a pretty stop it. As one can imagine, it is pretty disturbing and violent. So I just want to let y'all know as well for content warning. Then again, content warning honestly in general in regards to assaults and violence and harassment. But there was indeed a pretty graphic SA scene. So if that's a trigger for you or something that just makes you deeply uncomfortable, not in the headspace to read, definitely forewarning on that for sure. So yeah, then again also talks about war and guns and yeah, it's just it's it makes sense honestly to we leading up to this point. Like it's definitely seeing that dead body and seeing like how it kind of got like brushed away is definitely just a sign of more of the worst to come. So yeah, I just didn't know it'd be now and in that way. So that's pretty much where we at. Nothing bad. This is definitely a really good story. It's just heavy. I knew I had an idea that it would be, but I didn't really know. So that's where we're at right now. Let me just catch up on the comments real quick. Oh, sorry, Leslie put a thumbs up. I spent that sprint listing stuff on Mercari. I'm flipping DVDs that I buy in bulk on the Goodwill website. Okay. All right, sounds good. Wrote an email and proofread the email several times. And when else have a bad email anxiety, I still haven't brought myself to send it. Dang. Email anxiety. A little bit, honestly. I do have a little bit of email anxiety. For me, it's more like phone anxiety. I really don't like dealing with phone calls, answering phone calls. No, nothing. Unless it's like my immediate family, then that's different. But like in general, no. Like if I really had the option, I'm like, please text or email. Please don't call me. Like please don't call me. So yeah, that's my thing on that. But yeah, phone anxiety. Yeah. Also have phone anxiety too. Damn, now that's a double whammy, honestly. Phone anxiety and email anxiety. That's a double whammy right there. That definitely sucks. And also I did look a little bit on Mercari, and I gotta say, it's definitely giving Pango, but just like outside of books. But I also am looking at a special edition of like the Lasso, the Flower Bride, like the Fairloot edition. Like there's still pretty expensive prices, honestly. But I did find one that is actually pretty reasonable. Like it actually seems like how much you would get if you were to pay for like the UK version, but like it's only Fairloot. Because for some, I understand why people do that, but like also I don't get it at the same time. But that's also edition of that Fairloot edition of Last of the Fire Bride has been very tempting to me. But I'm also the kind of person that says, you know what, only have one edition of a book, and I already have the book of the month edition of The Last of the Flower Bride. But that Fairloot edition, though, it's calm. I truly loved The Last of the Flower Bride. Not a perfect book for me, but like it was a really good book. I had a really good time with it. We shall see though. Probably not though. Probably just let it be in the wayside. But anyways, let's see, what time is it? Okay, so I only have time really to do one more sprint. It'll be a longer sprint too, and it will definitely be our last sprint. So there's time for like one more sprint. And am I gonna finish this book? No, I'm not gonna finish Ghost Season in that sprint. But we can at least get some stuff done, though, for sure. You've got to consider shipping, though. Mercari shipping is insane. That's why I like to bundle multiple items from one seller to save on shipping. Oh, yeah, that's not. I don't necessarily have a problem with that on Pango. I feel like the shipping for Pango, depending on like the seller and stuff, is pretty reasonable. The Mercari shipping though is insane. Dang. I think for this one copy, but then again, this is just me looking at the card. I haven't seen like, let's see if you were to purchase it. Oh wait, I don't even have a card, so I can't really tell. But dang, I had no idea that shipping would be kind of crazy though on Mercari. I mean, it does make sense just in general to just purchase more than one thing from the same seller, but I did not know it was so expensive to ship. But dang though, that's yeah. But I am looking though. I'd like for this one seller for this one copy of The Last of the Flower by Fairloot edition. It's like $6, and I'm like, why on earth? Who wants to pay $6 on shipping? And this person is also in the United States. Granted, I'm like a coast, but still. Okay. All right. Well, something to learn. But then again, though, Mercari does have other things besides books. So I don't know. I'm gonna sleuth around Mercari because I am indeed very curious about this website now. Did you crochet your blanket? It's so pretty. Yes, I did actually. This is my first crochet project in regards to learning how to crochet, because when I was younger, I was more of a knitter. I tried to learn crochet as a kid and it just didn't stick with me. Knitting did. But then life things happened and I dropped knitting. So I was like, you know what? Let me kind of go back to it. But I didn't want to do knitting anymore. I really didn't want to do it with so many needles. And all the hassle of those knitting needles. So I went with like crocheting instead. And once I learned how to crochet from a YouTube video, I just kept on going. I just got some really nice thick yarn, made a really nice wide blanket. And yeah, this is a blanket that I made. And thank you so much. I definitely really like it. It's definitely the kind of it's not the kind of blanket for like freezing. Well, and it actually does feel nice though for freezing temperatures a little bit. But if you're definitely feeling chilly, this is definitely the one I will be using because I like to get really nice and comfy. And I feel like I'm quite comfy with it. And I don't know if y'all can tell, but I do have yarn over there. That's me for a different kind of project. I'm still debating on what to do with that one. I think that'll be probably best for a granny square and some other kind of crochet projects. But I do want to get back into using some thicker yarn. But I don't want to use that thicker yarn until I'm really, really comfortable in like crocheting. So stay tuned for future crochet projects because they will come. I just haven't thought of what I'm gonna do with this one yet. I mean, not with this one, with another project just yet. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. Let's see. We are going to sprint again. And I think we should sprint until 15 or 20. No, we're doing retail 15. And then where is... Okay, just getting the comment up. Okay, there we go. Yep. So we'll read until 15. So it'll give us about 50 minutes. Yeah, I'll be about a 50-minute sprint. And then I have the little wind emoji because this is kind of our final push here, even though we do have one more day, honestly. But still, this is our final sprint for these sprints. So, yeah, let's just get up the ambiance again. And I shall see you all at 15 after. Hello, everyone. That was the end of our final sprint. Please let me know in the chat how far you have gone, what y'all have done, all the things. So I'm still reading Ghost Season via audio. I have less than 90 minutes left in this audiobook. I'm at 85%. I'm almost done. So there's some good news that we finally got in this last bit here. But I just remain skeptical at this point. I mean, I'm gonna need some time after this book. I don't even know if I'm even gonna be able to rate this book because I'm just like, I just went through an entire experience. I don't even know how the heck am I supposed to rate this. Like, am I supposed to rate Ghost Season? Am I supposed to be rating this book? I don't even know anymore. Am I gonna rate it? Maybe. Y'all have to wait for if any of y'all follow me on Storygraph, you're gonna wait for a review on there, or if you follow me on Instagram, wait for my wrap up there, or you subscribe to me on YouTube over there. Wherever I talk about books, this way, because I genuinely have no idea how I'm gonna be talking about this book. I need time. I need time to process it. Because anyways, let me just read the comments. Let's catch up on the chat. Oh, I have 35 minutes. Okay, so this is a while ago. Hey, now, so bye, Nat. I mean, you're already gone by now, but still. You read 4 chapters of Fatebound, though. That's good. Been in a slump for the past week, but think I'm coming out of it. Thanks for hosting. You're welcome. I hope you have a really good therapy session, though. Hello, Dustin. Welcome. Finished my book and did some math lessons on Khan Academy. That sounds good. I live a few minutes away from school, and their band is playing right now. I wish they would just not. It's loud and I can hear from here. Oh, dang. Yeah, that is really loud. If you can hear from that, like, wow, that's concerningly loud. Oh, again. Do you like the feelings it gives you or no? For me, if I feel the terrible feelings from a book, I rate it highly, and vice versa. I just need to process everything, honestly, because the way that I read books, especially if it's more of an emotional read. I mean, then again, do I even really read a lot of emotional books? I read some dark stuff, but I don't know. Like, my brain, for some reason, registers it as emotional, but then I don't quite feel emotional. So I don't know how to feel about that. But do you like the feelings it gives you or no? Honestly, I don't know. I just go by, is the story given what it set out to give? Like, did it? I don't know necessarily how to explain it. And I'm not even done with it yet. So I'm trying to see, like, I really need to see the full picture of it, of what the author is trying to go for, especially for a contemporary novel. When it comes to fantasy, sci-fi, and horror, I have a better way of looking at it, especially for fantasy. I can really tell, like, what I really think and feel about a certain book. But contemporary fiction, like just general fiction, it's something I don't really read much about. So I'm like, I have no idea really how to like go about it. So yeah, I just need to sit with it. Just really need to process it. And then, yeah, just let y'all know my thoughts on it. All I can say, though, for sure, is that I definitely recommend it. And for a debut novel, because this came out last year, and it was a debut novel. And I have to say, this is a really good debut. So, yeah, I kind of do wish, though, I did read it last year, though. Yeah, it's definitely good. I definitely recommend it. And I definitely would read something more from this author in the future if they write more novels or whatever else they want to write. I'll read it, honestly. But yes, this is pretty much it. This was the final Blackathon 2024 reading sprints. Thank you all for coming on to these sprints. And if you've been here since the very first sprints for this month, thank you. You've been here for every single one of my sprints. Thank you again for coming here for the sprints and things, participating in Blackathon. Also, thank you to Jesse from Jesse on YouTube for creating and being the host for this readathon. Definitely had a lot of fun, and I am looking forward to just really talk about all the books I've read for Blackathon, and just really in the month in general, honestly. So yeah, definitely looking forward to actually filming my wrap-up video. But I still have one more day, because I definitely see myself finishing Ghost Season today, so I'm going to be finishing that, and I'm hoping to get really further into another book. I highly doubt I'll finish it, though, but we shall see. Maybe if I'm really, really hunkered down on that book tomorrow, I could probably finish it. Because right now, I'm at 11 books, and then if I finish Ghost Season, I'll be at 12 books I've read this month. And if I finish this extra book that I already started reading, I think I'll be able to read 13 books this month. I don't know yet, though. It's up in the air, and it really depends on my mood for tomorrow. Usually the last day of the month, I'm just like, I'm not totally sure. But, like, I see myself definitely reading. I just don't know if I'm going to finish anything. We shall see. Yeah. Now, as far as sprints for March, there'll definitely be just general reading sprints. And then also it's my birthday month, so I do plan to have reading sprints around my birthday. I don't know if it'll be on my birthday or not. That's going to be up in the air. But I do plan, though, to not work on my birthday. But my birthday is around a religious holiday, so, like, I don't know if I'll be too busy or not. We shall see, though. We shall see. But, though, regardless, y'all should be looking forward to, especially if you're new here, you're looking forward to more sprints for me. I do try to schedule my sprints pretty far ahead in advance as far as date and time. But I do plan to have 2 sprints. One is like a general month sprint, and then a birthday sprint, which will be towards the end of the month. So, yeah, that's all I have for y'all. Thank you all for coming. Yes, thank you for hosting. Thank you, Leslie. Have a nice day. Yep, you too, Dustin. And I shall see you all in a video, Rudy sprint, what have you. But anyways, have a good day, y'all. And I hope Blackathon's treating you well. Bye.